So we have another great segment with Coach Stephanie White. She's going to be revealing something very interesting about Caitlin Clark going into 2025 and something very important. So let's listen in, hear what she has to say. But this is a key to Caitlin Clark's success, in my opinion. Let's go.
You have seen this in the WNBA. One of the things that always happens with great players, from year one to year two, they always make a jump. And usually when it comes to the W, like they get stronger. And like they're just like you cannot knock them around anymore like a piñata that a lot of rookies sort of get in their first year. So my question for you is like, one, is Caitlin Clark stronger or do you expect her to get stronger? And two, like what's realistic like in terms of from a great first year to now second year in the league where, you know, it's not as new anymore, right? And you sort of know how the league plays if nothing else.
Yes, she is stronger first and foremost. And again, she's got a lot of self-awareness. And, she figured that out, right away. Like, I need to get stronger. I can't get knocked around as much. And so she's done a great job of getting in the weight room and really focusing on her areas that she needs to focus on in terms of strength, in terms of, low center of gravity, time under tension, like all of those things. I think the next step is efficiency. Right. Like not so many turnovers, higher field goal percentages. She knows what's coming. I mean, you saw that throughout the course of last year. I remember sitting in a press conference about midway through the season and just, continuing to get asked about Caitlin Clark and Indiana. And I'm like, guys, like, just relax. Like, they're going to figure it out. They've got to learn how to play together. She's thrown into this league right away and she's going to figure it out. And she did. She did. And she's going to see all kinds of coverages. She's going to see all kinds of matchups. And so for us, working on how to become a little bit more efficient, and whether that's angles of attack, not avoiding, contact, how we get by people, different cadences in dribbling and different cadences in footwork and different finishes around the rim. Obviously our job as a franchise, putting more pieces around her to be able to give. I mean, how do you guard when you've got five people on the floor that can shoot the ball? And then it becomes right. Then it becomes just experience. I think the challenge is when you're not playing in the off season, when you're just training in the off season, then it's rhythm and timing early, right? And then it's, there's a difference in how you catch the ball when you're training one-on-one versus how you catch the ball when we're training and when we're playing in a pickup game. There's a difference in game shape and basketball shape, not just from a conditioning standpoint, but from a rhythm and timing standpoint. So that becomes the next challenge. But getting more efficient in everything that we do, for us, moving her off the ball a little bit more so she's not getting worn out in game, just handling the ball 94 feet. And then we're challenging her on the defensive end of the floor as well, like being a better defender. The best that for us as an opponent, you want to attack a good offensive player by making him play on the defensive end, putting him through the ringer. And so being a better defender,
So that's a great point right there from Coach Stephanie White. And let's touch on this. So she's going to talk about Caitlin Clark. We're challenging Caitlin Clark to be a better defender, right? Being a better defender has to do with strength, being strong, being athletic, right? Coach Stephanie White at the beginning of the video made it very clear that Caitlin Clark has gotten stronger. It wasn't Caitlin Clark has gotten stronger. Yes, that's for sure. And every time I see Caitlin Clark's small clips, Coach Stephanie White is right behind her in that gym with Keith Porter. I know they're in that weight room. So I know Caitlin Clark is going to be a lot stronger going into this year. And the reason why I say this is so important is because at the beginning of the year, and not just the beginning, for half of the year, Caitlin Clark was getting pushed around. Not bullied, I would say, but kind of pushed around. I'm not going to say she wasn't holding her own because she was. But now, if Caitlin Clark is learning going into year two how to play off a bump, how to make sure I'm going to the rack strong, how to make sure I'm holding my ground defensive, which she did those things. But now she attacked the areas of weakness in her game. She attacked that. I'm sure her ball handling skills are going to look a little bit better. Her turnover ratio will come down a little bit. Well, that's going to happen regardless with girls who can catch the ball and make layups and things like that. So that's going to happen regardless. And I think you're going to start seeing a Caitlin Clark who's able to drive to the rack. And she was able to, but I think it's going to be dangerous. And like the little bump, get off me step backs, that's cake. That's cake work. And then just being a stronger body out there. You know, some of these girls been in the league, you know, very, very explosive and big bodies. So Caitlin Clark, you know, this is important to be able to play off the bump, play off the contact, be physical. And I feel like she is physical, but I'm telling you, something about this I have such a good feeling that Caitlin Clark is going to go crazy this year. I don't know why. I think it's the work I saw her put in. I think it's the work, not just saw, I think it's the work I see her constantly putting in. And I just know that with this team, this is probably the most talented team I've seen her play with. Besides the Olympics or the 17U team. I think this is going to elevate her game to a whole nother level. I really, really do. And I hope they go at her at training camp. I hope they continue to push her to be better and better and better. That's what you want. You don't want it to be easy. Challenge them to be a better defender. Challenge her to be a better ball dribbler. Challenge her to be a better passer, to hold on to the ball better, whatever the case you might call it. But I will say this, when you're a point guard and you run the ball through your hands and you have that much utilization and you're trying to make the right basketball play, but your teammates haven't caught up to that style of gameplay, I'll take the turnover. I know that you're looking for the right play. Or there's some where I'm like, oh, yeah, but that's rare. 9 times out of 10, Caitlin Clark is looking to push the ball, play at a quick pace, and make the right pass for her teammates to get open in wide open transition buckets. I mean, who wouldn't want that? DeWanna Bonner's going to feed off that. Natasha Howard's going to feed off that. You already saw how Lexi Hall did last year. So it's going to be amazing. Kelsey Mitchell and now Cunningham. You know, so I just, you know, Caitlin Clark, I'm not going to say she's going to be the strongest. She's not like a Jackie Young yet. But if she can continue to really, really get that strength, like a Skylar Diggins-Smith strength, bro, ain't nobody stopping Caitlin Clark. I don't care who you are. I really don't. So let's listen in, and we're going to cut it up now and just react. And
so she's done a great job of getting in the weight room and really focusing on her areas that she needs to focus on in terms of strength, in terms of, low center of gravity, time under tension, like all of those things. I think the next step is efficiency. Right? Like not so many turnovers, higher field goal percentages. She knows what's coming. I mean, you saw that throughout the course of last year. I remember sitting in a press conference about midway through.
So, last thing I'm going to touch on is Coach Stephanie White bringing up different defenses they're going to run at you and things like that. Coach Stephanie White is going to make sure she is with her point guard and she knows this. I am telling you now, Caitlin Clark is going to be so sharp, you might be like, whoa. You're going to have a Sydney Colson behind her. You're going to have veterans all on the team. And you're going to have a Coach Stephanie White guiding Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark 2.0 is on the way. That's really all I got to say, man. Caitlin Clark 2.0 is here. On the way. Here to stay. So the league should be worried, man. Because the league, they thought they were going to come in the league. Or they thought Caitlin Clark was going to come in the league. And they were going to be able to bully her. No, they saw, Caitlin Clark getting in girls' faces and not backing down and, clapping that shit up and going at it with DB and, had her moments. They thought Caitlin Clark, they thought this shit was sweet. Let me try to find a clip because they think this shit is sweet with Caitlin Clark. I don't know why they think this shit is so sweet. It's not. Let me show you. It's not. It's not that sweet. It's not. They be like, look, right here. Versus the Connecticut Sun. Why? Look, this shit is not sweet around here, bro. Yeah, get off me. You see that? Talk your shit, CC. Get off me. Woo! It's not sweet, baby. Look at this look right here. I gotta. Watch out. Right here. Yeah. You see this? It's not sweet. Knockdown. I can't wait. Yup. Box that out, CC. Come on now. Yup. We working. Let me not get too excited, bro. That's why I've been saving the reactions. I know you guys been requesting them. I've been saving them because I get too excited. I get too hyped up. You know what I'm saying? I get too hyped up. So I'm gonna end it on that. Let me know what you guys think. Shout out to Coach Stephanie White. Shout out to who is this? No, I was gonna say Clark Report. Shout out to Kent Clark. And catch you on the next one, man. I'm out.